Hi, Crystal. Yes, sure. Thanks for asking what is Schulering. So Schulering is a platform to look after the employee experience design. The employee experience has like the guest experience, three phases, right? The pre-employment, unemployment, and a post-employment phase. For example, the pre-employment phase, we're helping hotels to attract talent by creating cultural decks, which is like an employer branding strategy. So hotels can create videos of the culture of the hotel, how it is to work in the hotel, what to expect, and what the director is looking for in the people that they are hiring, making very transparent and clear what they are looking for. There's nothing worse for a hotel than finding that right, perfect candidate and hiring them, onboarding them, just to find out after 3 months that that candidate didn't want to work in such a hotel environment. That's not what they were looking for. If the hotel is transparent from the beginning and is telling the candidates what they are looking for, what it is that it takes to work in that hotel, we surely gonna find better cultural fit. Then we go to the employment phase and everything starts with onboarding, right? So hotels spend so much time with induction and onboarding, just explaining the rules, explaining what they need to go through, what they need to do, medical exams, and whatever it is to get the employment right. But all this can be done beforehand. Why not, right? We can give an option to the employee that before you start here, this is what we're going to go through induction day. You can go through now and use the induction day just to get to know the people that you're going to work with. Or yes, you don't have to do this now, but then you learn everything on the spot. And it gives two things, right? One is you learn about this individual. Is this individual someone that can do things on their own and all you need to do is help them grow inside the company? Or not, this individual is someone that needs someone next to them, coaching them and telling them each step of the way how to do things. And either way is fine for a hotel. We need to understand that that's just human traits, but how you're going to coach them and growing and being independent inside the company is really important. So if you can get these insights in a software, it's very valuable information for pre-employment. Then we give hoteliers the tools to create trainings so they can train their staff on how to welcome their guests or how to speak to people, right? Also, what we've done is we can create trainings from SOPs. So you can block SOPs into categories like SOPs for communication, SOPs for talking to guests, SOPs for the PMS. And we can create a little course with these SOPs. You give to the employee, and once they finish the, 10, 8, 12 SOPs, they get a certificate that you recognize that they have learned these SOPs from now. This way, not only you can track the development of each one of your employees, but you can also recognize their learning and they will remember, because after some time, everything that you learn seems that belongs to you. You don't know where you get the knowledge from anymore. So if you can actually backtrack and see, wow, I learned so much in this hotel, but now it has been 6 months, I haven't learned anything. It's time to get something new. And you can ask the manager, you can ask your supervisor to get more information. The other thing that we do is lifelong learning. Not all learning should be regarding only the hotel, right? That gets boring after some time. But giving more industry knowledge is really important. We have a podcast that we have recorded more than 100 interviews with industry experts, and we turn these podcasts into courses, 8 lessons in 4 modules course with a very fun quiz and think labs, something very dynamic to help the industry in general to get up-to-date content from industry experts that are working with independent hotels, are working with hoteliers around the world. So they know the real life problems, the real life situations that happens in the hotels, and they are sharing that with us in the podcast, and we turn that into content. right? So it serves the employees that want to learn more about the industry and get more knowledgeable. And it also helps the students in the schools. We take this to schools and we give to teachers as extra content. It's not a certified course inside the school, but just homework, an assignment that the students can really get up-to-date content to learn. And these are the same students that will be able to see the cultural decks of these hotels and find employment opportunities as well. Right? And what's the third phase? The third vertical is the closure, right? We believe that the first 10 years of hospitality employment is normally an occupation. I would say that 80%, 70% of the industry don't think of hospitality as an employment until they are years into their career. And they start at service, they start in the front desk or a bellboy, bellgirl, or in the restaurant, and they climb the ladder as the time goes, just because it's something that they do as an occupation. Once they start to get to the leadership positions, then they start to think that, wow, that's something that I can do for my life. They fall into the love for hospitality. And I believe that these 10 first years of hospitality should be an adventure. Young people should be traveling around, should be surfing the waves in Australia while they are cooking. They should be going to Maldives and seeing the paradisiac islands while doing housekeeping. They should explore hospitality from different points of views, from different angles, and just coming to hospitality career when they are ready to settle, right? Using hospitality best treats the adventure that hospitality can provide as something positive. What we thought is that if you're employing someone in this first phase of their career when they are just an adventurous, but they are local from your place, and then they travel and they go to explore, and where they go, they always can find a hotel with a Schulering hub. And as they work and they get the SOPs in different locations, and this is all transparent, you as a hotelier, you can follow this learning journey. You can follow this employee and know what they are learning and know what they are acquiring as an experience. And once you think that they're starting to get ready to settle, you can send them a message saying that you have a position available for them. You are following their career. You know the skills that they have acquired. So you are inviting them for an interview for a position that is opening in your hotel. That creates a positive loop of hotels wanting to do better, wanting to be better employers, and creating that positivity around hospitality, making an industry that people want to work for. That's what we are working, and that's what we believe.